Hey, what's up guys, it's Flaws, and in this video I'm going to be showing you Sage abilities on Split. I'm going to be showing you different ice walls and different slow orbs that are going to help you in your games. I'm going to be starting on the attacker side and then moving to the defender side. Starting over at the A site for the attackers, at the start of the round, if you have a slow orb, you can come into this corner, aim up on the left side of the beam on the building, so as you can see like that, to right where you hit this leaf on the tree, pull out your slow orb, throw it like that. That one's going to land a little bit deeper on this ramp, just making sure no one has an operator and snipes you from this side. So they'll be slowed like this, and it's a lot easier to see them. You can throw that with this second orb I'm going to show you, and it's just going to block off both left and the right side. So the second orb, you just come right against this wall like this. You're going to aim in the middle of this T of the green patches on the wall, just like that. And that's going to just freeze off the left side here. You can throw this one by itself, but just know someone can peek from the back of it and won't be slowed. Starting off at the A side for the attackers, I'll push myself right against this corner like this. I'll aim at this building right here, up till you see this highest piece of the building being constructed. There's like a corner right there, just come out from that. So just like this. And that's going to be for the back of A. Then what you can do is actually aim straight up. What I like to do right here, this is how I landed up. You come to the corner of this building and come to the right, and that's going to basically make a square for you. And you're just going to aim in the top half of that square, just like this. But don't go too high because then it'll hit the wall. So just right about there, like that. You can miss a little bit lower in this one. I would say miss lower than higher because lower will still get this height a little bit. And then aim right here again. I'm just going to do both at the same time, just like that. We're going to go onto the site. So that first one's going to land here, blocking off anyone in the back of the site. The second one's going to land right here. Just know that obviously they can stand in the ice and not move around and you won't hear them, but that's just going to slow them down at the start. Something to note is pistol round. What you can actually do is basically wall this entire thing off, just like this. And I wouldn't ride it up, but on pistol round, it's a lot harder to break ice walls. So right there, it's almost impossible to get into the site unless they go through that little alleyway right there. So really good after you already have the bomb planted. I'm going to show you an orb in that spot right there on the alleyway. Just come right here to this corner on top of the little box right here. Aim to the top right of this building like this, and throw it like that. That's going to do. It's going to ice wall off that whole space. Just going to break this real quick. You can see it gets that whole entire area. At the very start of the round, what you can do today, I've done this 3 times now, is you come right here, place your ice wall like this. If you have an operator, what you can do is actually kill this person in heaven if they're sniping down into it. You still can get around this, so don't worry about that for your teammates. But yeah, you can get a free pick off that. Another thing to note, if you guys are trying to get into heaven once you have the site, you will not be able to if you do an ice wall right at the bottom. So what you gotta do is while you're coming into the site, maybe you're the last one in, put an ice wall like this. Then you actually get into heaven and you have your flank already ice walled off. So that's a really strong ice wall because it puts you at an advantage and puts your opponents at a disadvantage. If you are not running straight towards the A site and you wanted to take control of the ramp, going up towards heaven position, so right there, what you can do is come into this corner like this, jump up on this box again, aim up till you get to this tree from this light right here, like that. I'm going to throw an orb there. That's just going to land a little bit deeper. I'm going to show you a second one as well right here while we're here. Just aim right, so jump up on this like I just did. Aim in the middle of this T where the 4 patches are, throw like that. So that first one, it's going to land more to the right there. And this second one I'll show you first. It's not going to get the back here, it's just going to get that corner. So if anyone's peeking here, they will be able to shoot you. And that's why that first orb is actually going to cover that spot off. I'm going to show that one more time just so you guys can see where it actually lands. I'm right here, throw it like that. And as you can see here, it's going to land on this whole area. The only way that they're going to get a pick is if they come like this. and then they're still slowed, but you'll be able to see them way before they can get their shot off. So that's a really good orb to use, and if you combo it with this one on the left, then anyone in this whole space will not be able to move without anyone hearing them. If you guys want to throw an orb towards heaven, what you can do, jump right on this box right here. You'll see this light right here, just come to the right of it, and this bookshelf behind the flooring, just come down from the middle of it. So right there, that one's for heaven. And before I throw that, I'm going to show you guys one for cat. It's just pull it to the right, and it's where this bookshelf becomes the corner right there of that floor. So right there, just come down. I'm going to throw both at the same time here. So first one's for catwalk, aim to the left a little bit, and that one's for heaven. As you can see, they're very easy to throw, and they're very useful while you're taking the site. So I'm going to boost up. Catwalk's right there, and the heaven one lands right there. Once you guys take this site, and maybe you guys push too far into their actual spawn area, so you guys are holding this, maybe you have 1 or 2 guys holding this, maybe one's on the catwalk. What you can actually do as Sage, if you still have your ice wall, it's a really cool tip, is if you're still behind this wall, no one can see you obviously, you can turn your ice wall like this and block off the right side, and you can see into heaven. But on top of this, what you can actually see is the flank. So anyone turning this corner like this, they're gonna think, oh, okay, they just blocked off the left side of the site. But in reality, you're actually using it as a boost on top of it. So you have an advantage because they have to kind of check a really weird angle, and it's your head versus their whole body, so you should win that gunfight. And it also forces them to wrap around the site like this, and your teammates can just hold back here, and it just buys them a lot of time. So it's a really good after plant wall to put up. If you end up taking this heaven position as Sage, and you still have your ice wall, what you can do is put your left side of your ice wall against this wall right here, and the right side right up against this ammo crate. So just like that. So you can still jump up like that. What that's going to do is anyone rotating in from these cables on the defender side, they can't see the actual ice wall, and they can't spam it from any angle. So they have to be up the cable to start shooting the ice wall. So what that means is once they start to shoot it, and spam like that, if you're standing on top of it like this, you'll start to hear them shooting the ice wall. You can swing out and get a free kill because they're either going to have low bullets or they're going to be spamming the wall, and they have such a disadvantage because they have to flick up while you just have to turn the corner. So it's a really cool trick to know, and you guys should use it in your games. Coming over towards mid for the attackers, what you can do, right after you come out of this ramp tunnel, you can back yourself up, put the left side of this box with the right side of this sign. You're going to see this wire. Come along the sign, just like this, all the wire meets. Jump and then throw. So that orb's going to bounce off the sign and land in the back here. It's going to fully ice it off. So what you can do after that is if someone backs up into that left corner for you, so you come up from this concrete where the stair meets right there, and along this green line, so right about there, as you're swinging out. So you're going to just spam that a couple times. If anybody sees the orb, maybe they back up into this corner. That should be a free kill for you. What you can do from the same spot though is coming out, you're going to have a second orb if you full buy. So back up a little bit more to where it's aligned with this, just about. Aim down from this light, right below this outline of the box like this, and throw an orb like that. That one's just going to be for the heaven position. Personally, I like to come from the right side far more than I do the left side because you just don't have as many angles. But what you can do from the left side is actually back up your back to this wall, make this orange triangle in half right there. So it's usually a full one, but split it in half like that. Aim at the top right and throw your orb like this. That's going to do essentially the same thing on this left side. It won't get this corner, so just note that. And what you can do on this right side, this is mainly why I like to come on the right side, just to get picks at the start. What I showed you guys on A earlier is you can turn the ice wall like this, just barely have it touching the corner like that. And if you have your gun out, not your knife, make sure you guys have your gun out when you pull the wall out. You can stay crouching, ride it up, you'll have your gun ready to go as you get to the top of this box. So you can get a pick that way. It's really unlikely that they're going to be holding it an angle like this at the start of the round with absolutely no worries of the middle itself. So it's a really good way to get a pick at the start of the round, and if they're playing on this side, you might even be able to stand on this box and drop down on your ice wall and get a pick that way. Over on the B site, what you can do is throw a slow orb in the back of sight by coming here. You can put it on the second hump right here, or what I like to do is I crouch, come to the right of this hump, and then I'll stand up, throw my orb like that. And you can throw an orb for heaven at the same spot, just come to the right side of this building, come up till you get till right about the middle of this, just like that. You're gonna throw your orb like there. I'm gonna show this one too, at the same time. So that one lands in the back of sight, and then this one's gonna land in heaven. Something to note is they can't jump on top of this box, so just keep that in mind. If you put an ice wall up like this across, it doesn't matter, obviously, but just keep that in mind. Maybe you can back up and get this pick without them knowing. But these are just really good orbs to know because it slows down anyone on site and in heaven for the rotates. For the back of the site, what you can do is walk up into this trash can spot once the spawn doors open up. You can aim right at the top of this triangle at the very top of this building like that, right in the middle like there. Throw it like that. This is just going to be for the default spot and the rotates coming in. I've thrown a bunch of orbs that have landed on the stairs, and I'll show you right now. Even if you landed on the stairs, there's no way to actually slow down this person on the stairs the way the game is right now. Hopefully it'll be fixed in the future, but as of right now, you cannot slow people on the stairs. On the defensive side, at A, what you can do at the start of the round, come right here, jump up on this box. Right when the round starts, you can aim at the top of this building like this. Throw your orb, it's going to bounce once, bounce twice, and it's going to land. So if anybody's trying to go through this chokehold, you can actually get some pretty easy kills. Plus, if you have a raise on your team, someone sits in this corner, she can throw a grenade right off the wall, and they're basically dead. So that's a really good orb to know at the start of the round today. What you can do on the ramp with your ice wall is maybe you throw that orb, and then what you can do is put this ice wall, turn it so it's parallel with the lines here, and put it right in the middle of this space right here, just like that. You can move it back just a little bit if you want, but the reason you do this is there's a gap right here, and you can see underneath and see some people if they're running down in those areas. I'm going to show you it from the attacking side what it looks like. For the defending side, it's a lot easier to see people earlier because when they turn this corner right here, you can see their feet, but they can't see you underneath there. So as you can see, the closer they get, then it starts to open up, but the farther back they are, their line of sight's higher than yours, so you can see their feet and possibly spam them out before they even know where they're getting killed from. If you're playing on the A site and say you're playing a little bit more passive on the actual site, what you can do is maybe your ramp player gets picked, you know there's a bunch pushing you. You can come right here, turn your wall, just like that, so it's on the back of the site. This way you have a really cool angle, and you can shoot through these leaves, by the way. So if you see anyone, you can shoot through those leaves, maybe get a pick, and then fall off right away. Throw your orb off the wall right there. This way you're just buying a lot of time for your team. If they're on the other side of this wall, they're not going to have a lot of options. Like, if they push you right here, you're going to hear them. If maybe someone goes over the top, you can be sitting in this back hall just waiting for it. Or if they want to rush around to here, it takes a lot of time, so hopefully your team is rotated in by then and can just hold this for you. So it's just a cool option if they're going to be hitting the site really quickly on you. If you're rotating from B to A from spawn, and you know that they already have the heaven position, what you can do is turn your wall just like this. You can actually put it like this and boost up. This way you can get a free pick if someone is not sure that you're going to be there. Obviously if someone sees this wall up, they just think, oh, maybe someone's just rotating behind it and they wanted to be safe. So you can peek over the top of this box like this. They could just be holding this angle, thinking that they're safe from the right. So could get you a free kill, and it's good to know. Like I just showed you guys on the A site, you can do this one-way wall right at the start of the round right here too. So round starts, throw the wall up. That way you have this whole area, this whole gap, just to see people running up. You can snipe through it. They can't see you. I'll show you on the other side. So on the other side, what they see is absolutely nothing behind it because the bottom of the wall is a little bit lower than their actual head. So they're going to have to be moving like this. They have to get really close. Then they can see you. But in that time frame, you can watch them walk up this whole entire way. You'll see their feet moving. You can put some spam out, shoot them at their feet, and probably get a kill that way. If you want to use your orbs in middle at the start of the round, what you can do line up with this line right here. Aim down from the right side of this triangle. Stay above the green though, so right about there. And you're just gonna hold W and throw at the same time, so just like this. Make sure you guys are holding W and don't throw too early. Then what you can do for the left side, you're gonna make these two walls have a little slit in it, just like that. And then you're gonna aim in the middle of this gray rectangle, so just like there. And throw like that. So this one's the best for the left side because it gets this back corner, which is important. Also on the right side, I'll show that one, what it looks like. That's gonna go like that, land right there. And this is gonna get anybody pushing out this area, so it's really good at the start of the round. If you're defending B, something really good to know is these two pieces of wood right here. If you throw your orb in between both of those at any point in the round, it will go in the tunnel. So I'll show you right now from this back corner right here. Start of the round, say you spawn in, the doors drop down, you throw this. That's gonna be a really good one for the start. Maybe it's later in the round, this ice falls up like this, there's a wall for you like this. What you can do is in between these doors. This one's obviously a little bit easier because you can still see the tunnel. But let's say Brimstone throws a smoke right here, you can't really see. All you gotta do is line it up with these two, and then just throw inside of it. So just something to know. Also this wall is not bad to use if they're hitting the site because your rotates will be killing the people that are running in here. You can sit in the back of site right around here and watch anyone that jumps over the top of it and probably have a free kill. Also you can have the same angle holding as your teammates and you just buy time for your team. Let's say you're the mid player and your B player got killed and you have to rotate in. Maybe this is walled off already. What you can do is hold the site by just coming on this catwalk, aiming at the corner of this box like this, and just putting your own ice wall right here. What you can do with this is maybe even drop down and hold this angle. As you can see very clearly underneath the stairs if anybody's running into the site. Maybe they're going for a plant a little bit deeper in the site. So maybe they're trying to plant here. What you can do, see their legs very easily. If you're on the attacking side though, you can't even see the top of this box, even if you're crouching. Especially not the catwalk. So if you're playing on the catwalk, you'll see these people running up, taking these fights way before they have a chance to even kill you. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Also consider subscribing for more videos on different agents. Leave a comment of what agents you guys want to see in the future videos. Otherwise, flaws out.
Cause I got it like that, flow so smooth like I got it on tap. Yeah, and I'ma say it be a good night while I'm on my Yingling, while I'm drinking Bud Light. Can you get it when you miss me? Like I'm with whiskey, drinking Jim Beam. Yeah, baby, do you do it that way? Do you do that? Do you take a